Hey everyone, it's Jordan. Today I'm going to be giving you guys book recommendations for books to read on the beach. So I haven't done these kind of book recommendations for a while. It's kind of been hard for me to give book recommendations, especially like I'm trying to give more book recommendations because I miss doing these kinds of videos. But I always like to do the ones that are like for the beach or snowy days or rainy days or anything like that. I haven't done those in a while, and I'm just really excited to recommend some books that I think will be a good read for the beach. I know, like, in my personal opinion, like I said in previous recommendations videos like this, I think any book is a beach read, but I think like from all the books that I have on my list are good beach reads, because I know I probably would pick those up at the beach. But anyways, let's get to the books that I think you should read on a beach. So the first book that I recommend for as a beach read is These Deadly Games by Diana Urban. This is about a girl whose sister that ends up getting kidnapped, and then her kidnapper tells her to play this game or else kidnapper will kill her sister, and she can't tell anybody about it either, or else her sister will be dead. So yeah, I think it's a really good beach read because it's a big page turner, and I just couldn't put the book down. And like, even if you like have already started and want to try it, and if you're a mystery reader, I definitely would recommend this as well. And the next book that I recommend is the Mistwick School of Musicraft by Jessica Corey. This is a middle grade book about a girl who wants to go to this school where you use magic by using music, and she wants to follow her mother's footsteps. That's pretty much it. I really enjoy this one, and I definitely think, like, for a middle grade, I think it will be a quick read to read at a beach, especially like if you just want something quick. I think it's good for that. And if you have kids and you just want to read a little bit of this by chapter and on the beach, I would definitely do that as well, like while they're taking a break in the shade after playing in the sand and all that. So yeah, I would definitely, or you just have a kid that has just likes to read and wants to take a break from the sun, I would definitely think this would be a perfect read for that. Or if you just like reading middle grade in general, I think this is definitely a perfect beach read for that. And the next book that I would recommend as a beach read is Delphine and a Silver Needle by Alyssa Moon. And this is a book about one of Cinderella's mice, and that's pretty much what I remember from the plot. And I know that the needle that she has is filled with magic. I think it's been a while since I've read this one, but I still remember really enjoying it. I just love the main character, Delphine, and I just really like the world that you don't see from the story of Cinderella. I just love the Cinderella's mice. Is definitely one of my favorite characters from Cinderella, so I'm just really happy that I got to read it. And I still haven't read the sequel yet, but I'm still planning on reading that, and hopefully soonish. But yeah, it just definitely would be a perfect read if you just have Disney on your mind and you just want to read a Disney book. This is definitely perfect for that. Or you're just looking for another fantasy that you just want to read that as a quick read. I actually read this within a day for a 40-hour or 24-hour readathon. I can't remember, but I just couldn't put it down. I just love the characters. I just love the world. And yeah, this is definitely a perfect book for that. And the next book that I would recommend for a beach read is The Flatshare by Beth O'Leary. And if you like listening to audiobooks or switch between audiobooks and reading a physical book, this is definitely perfect for that, especially at a beach. But this is about a woman who's just I'm trying to remember on top of my head. She shares an apartment with someone that she just haven't met yet, because he works at night shifts while she works at day shifts, and she just dealt with a very bad breakup and got kicked out of her place. So that's why she ends up living with a guy that she has never met, but they communicate with each other with like sticky notes and letters and all that. And that's basically the synopsis for that. I have listened to this on audiobook, and I also have switched it to physical read, and I end up enjoying it for that reason. Sometimes with me listening to audiobooks, I sometimes want to read as a physical because I just couldn't put the book down. So I think this is definitely perfect for that. And also, I think a lot of romances are perfect beach read in general. So yeah, if you really like romances, I definitely would recommend this one as well. And the next book that I recommend for a beach read is Keepers of the Lost Cities by Shannon Messenger. And I know what you guys are thinking. This is a very thick book, but why would you recommend it for reading on a beach? But like for me, if middle grade's like a quick read for you, I would definitely recommend this. And I know they have audiobooks available for this book, so if you just want to listen to an audiobook while just relaxing in the sun, I definitely would recommend this one. But this is about a girl who's a telepathic, but she's an elf, but she didn't know that she was an elf until she met a boy named Fitz, and then the whole story goes from there. And I really enjoyed this series. I know this is a very long book series. I don't even know how many there are nowadays. As far as I know, there's 8 books in total, and I know the books get bigger and bigger, but I just really like the story, and I really like the characters, so I like I said, if there's an audiobook of this available, I would definitely try to listen to that while you're relaxing in this sun and all that. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this book if you just like reading middle grades, or middle grades are quick reads for you. And the next book that I would recommend for anybody who just doesn't want to take a big book with them if they're not going to be at a beach for more than an hour, I would recommend Fables Volume 1 by, I'm trying to remember, there's a bunch of authors here, Bill Willingham, Lan Medina, Steve Liloha, and Craig Hamilton. Sorry for butchering some of the authors' names. But this is basically like what if the fairy tale characters live in a real world with us. So that's pretty much what the first volume's about. And I honestly discovered this graphic novel from Melanie from Completely Melanie, and I was like, and I saw this at Half Price Books, and I just read it within like 20 minutes just because I really enjoyed this story. And I know that there's a lot of more graphic novels of this, so I definitely want to continue on with the series. But if you want something that's just quick and you didn't want to spend too much time at the beach, this is definitely perfect for that. And if you don't want to read a thick book or anything, this is definitely another perfect book for that. And the next book that I would recommend is Vespertine by Morgan Rogerson. Yeah, I almost said the wrong author's name. But this is about the main character who's a nun, but who cleanses spirits to move on in the afterlife, but then she was threatened by an ancient spirit, and that's from what I remembered. And this is definitely one of the ones I enjoyed from Margaret Rogerson, and I know that if you just like fantasy in general, I would definitely recommend this, or something that you just want to feel like it has a spooky twist to a fantasy story, I definitely would recommend for this one, just because I like fantasy with ghosts. I count me in, because I do like good story that has ghosts in it, just because that's the only part of horror that I like ghost stories. But yeah, this is definitely perfect for that if you just want to read a fantasy on a beach. And the next book that I recommend is Lost in the Neverwoods by Aiden Thomas. This is about a girl who's just vanished into the woods with her brother. She ended up returning with no memory of what happened to her whatsoever, but her brothers never did. And then she was trying to figure out what happened to her brothers, and then she runs into a boy who's just asked for her help to look for missing children, and that's from what I remember of it. This is a Peter Pan retelling, but this is like a different kind of Peter Pan retelling, which I really enjoyed from this. I did listen to this on audiobooks, so it's definitely a very interesting twist on Peter Pan. But if you like a good retelling of a fairy tale or a classic that you like, I definitely would recommend this. I also would recommend this listen to this on audiobooks, just because I just like how the atmosphere of the story was for me. And I definitely would say, if you're at a beach and you just want to put yourself in a different world or anything, or in a different atmosphere, this is definitely a perfect book for that. And the next book that I would recommend is The Shadows Between Us by Tricia Levenseller. This is one of my favorite books from Tricia Levenseller, other than the Daughter, the Pirate Queen series. And this is about a girl who just wants to marry the Shadow King just to take over his throne and all that, but then she finds out that someone else is also going after the Shadow King as well, and that's pretty much the premise of this book. And I know the sequel just came out, so if you want read the first book in a series and you want to read the next book in the series like immediately, this would be a perfect book for that. And plus it's a very quick read in my opinion. Like I read this like within like, it was a few days read, but if you want a book that's just reads quickly at a beach, this is definitely a perfect book for that. Or you're just looking for a fantasy that's a quick read, this is definitely another perfect book for that. And the last book that I'm recommending for reading on a beach is Murder in Irish Village by Caroline O'Connor. And if you like mysteries, this is definitely one of the books that I definitely think are perfect quick reads for some people, but I know they're very quick reads for me because I couldn't put the books down. It depends on the mystery book. But this is about a woman whose family runs a bistro, but then someone ended up dead in her bistro one day, and they're trying to figure out who's the murder, but her family's like the prime suspect. That's from when I remember reading this. I know I enjoyed reading this one, and I know I want to continue on with the series, but I know a lot of mystery books are quick reads for me, so I definitely think they will be perfect beach read if you're a mystery reader and you just want to read something quickly or something to keep you on your feet. This is definitely a perfect book for that, or a book that's like a pocket size book. This is definitely another perfect reason for bringing it on the beach. So that's all for the books that you should read at a beach. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up and comment down below what books that you would recommend to me that would be a perfect beach read. I would like to know. If you haven't already, click the subscribe button and click the bell icon so you'll be notified when I post new videos. Also, you can follow me on social media like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Goodreads, which all links will be down below for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!